Okay, friends, it is currently the first day of school, so it is Monday, and it feels so different from when we had first day of school in like high school. It feels completely different. I had a chem lab this morning, and that was really interesting. That was like 3 hours long, and like now I'm back in my dorm actually doing some chem homework because, you know, we got some lab questions and some other lab work, so that's what I'm working on right now. But at least the worst is out of the way, because when I came out of chem, I realized that about 150 million people were also coming out of class or going to class and walking on the sidewalk, and I have a bike. It's a cruiser bike. So you push the pedals forward to go forward, and you relax back on it to brake. And I was trying to, you know, get my momentum going and everything on the sidewalk, but also trying to not go too fast to still like hit people who were all around me. And I was trying to get the pedal up, you know, because it was like, both of them were like down low, and I was trying to hit the pedal up. And as I put it backwards, you know, thinking, you know, on other bikes you can just hit the pedal backwards and it'll like spin the other way and bring the pedal up. As I was thinking that, I braked and I fell off my bike. So at least your first day of college didn't involve you falling off a bicycle in front of 100 million people, and at least someone was so nice to ask me if I was okay. And you know, I stumbled off. I didn't actually like fall, you know, I regained my balance, but I was like, oh. But I just have to remember that nobody cares, no one's gonna remember, it's gonna be fine. So I picked up some other textbooks actually. I got a new calculator because my graphing calculator was too fancy, so I had to actually like downgrade. So I went to the bookstore and got that, but I also got my anatomy and physiology textbook and lab manual, as well as for the spring semester my bio book and lab manual. So I increased my bookshelf like 3 times because I used to only have the chem like that, and now I've like doubled it. It looks just so much bigger. I've got my chem homework going on. This is just this is a lab that's just like a question lab, you know, like I think you called it like a dry lab or something. So we're doing that, and I have 2 weeks to do this and the other one. So there's another lab in my lab manual. So Monday is my light day. I'm gonna go to class at 2 for English, and then I'm gonna go swim for about an hour, and then I'm gonna go get dinner and meet up with another girl who is one of my my best friends that I've met so far, another nursing major in my chem class. So we're gonna, you know, do a little bit of studying together. Tomorrow is gonna be one of my heaviest days. I have anatomy and physiology lab and lecture. I also have nursing lecture and a chem lecture tomorrow morning. So tomorrow's my busiest day. I basically have class from 8 a.m. to about 3:30, so that's like a normal high school day, just, you know, a little longer. Wednesday is light again. Thursday is the same heavy as Tuesday, I think, and then Friday I don't have class. So this first week of class is just going to be the first 4 days because I don't have class on Friday. But I am trying to get an on-campus job. I want to lifeguard at the pool. So I already emailed the aquatics director, and, you know, I want to see if I can, you know, do some work on Fridays or, you know, do something like that. But my first week is just going to be Monday through Thursday, and I have 2 heavy days and 2 light days, and then a day with nothing at all. So I think I'm getting used to, you know, the course load, because high school is not like this. Like, you know, I never have one class and go home and do the work for that. It's just always boom, boom, boom in high school, and then you do everything at home. So I kind of like having class, do it, class, do your homework. So that's where I'm at today with, you know, all my new textbooks and stuff like that. So I will see you tomorrow after my heaviest day, and I will probably vlog at the beginning and at the end of the day, but I will not have time or the motivation to carry this camera and this little thing around all day in front of thousands and thousands of people. So I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, friends, so it's day 2 of the first week of class at Temple. And today was better. I did not fall off my bike in front of thousands of people. And I went to all the correct classrooms today, so I can count that as a win. My nursing class was definitely my favorite. I think I'm really going to enjoy that all semester long. Tomorrow I get to wear my scrubs for my first nursing lab. But I had my first nursing lecture today, and I really enjoy the content. I love the professor. I had a great time in that lecture, and that was great, and I'm really looking forward to that. I also had chem lecture today, which we went over the syllabus, and I also had anatomy and physiology lab and anatomy and physiology lecture. Anatomy and physiology lecture was my last thing of the day. So I am now back in my dorm doing some homework, and I have this little to-do list right here about all the things I have to do, because I needed to buy some access codes. I needed to get connected to like Top Hat and Connect and Cengage Unlimited and all this other crazy stuff. So what I've been doing, actually, by getting it together with all my assignments, I've been at least trying. I can't really get onto Cengage, but I've been looking at some of the lab things, and I've made little flags on post-it notes which each lesson and which pages I need to color for the anatomy coloring book, and I did the same thing for the textbook, which pages and sections I need to read. And I kind of felt unprepared going into today because, you know, the lab manual for the next few labs in anatomy was put up at 1 a.m. last night, and I didn't know about it until this morning, and we had a quiz, and I felt really unprepared. So by kind of getting myself together, saying, you know, readings for the specific lessons and having it already marked off, it's kind of chunking it. Like my chem professor said, you know, how do you do this? Just one shovel full of information at a time. So I've just been chunking it. I'm putting it in shovelfuls. And by kind of having this little to-do list where I mark off stuff after I've done it, it kind of makes me feel productive. I had to buy some connections to Top Hat and Connect for the textbook that I've got. So by doing just little things, it's making me feel a little better, but I still am pretty overwhelmed. I'm keeping it together pretty well. I'm literally just trying to do it one step at a time, and I'm glad because, you know, some of the due dates aren't for 2 weeks, and I know I can handle this, and I don't have class on Friday. I have all these weekends to do it. We don't have class on Monday because of Labor Day, so I know that I will be able to do it. It just seems like so much right now because it's just been thrown on me, you know, for all the assignments for the semester and all these things I have to spend money on just to get to my homework, and seeing it all laid out in Canvas, all my assignments for the entire semester. It's like crazy, but I know that I only have to do one assignment at a time. So I'm trying to keep my handle on things. I'm trying to keep my head on straight. And so I've worked on flagging down some of the readings I have to do for classes for the upcoming lessons. I've been taking notes in OneNote, and I love having my Microsoft Surface laptop because I get to write on the screen with my pen, and I get to highlight and erase, and like I get to do everything just with this one pen, and I get to touchscreen and zoom, and it's just, that works really well for me, and that's, you know, helping me out in my classes. But the best part of my day was definitely my nursing class. I really enjoyed that, and I talked to my mom a little bit. We didn't call, but we texted, and she always makes me feel a little more comfortable. So at some point I'm gonna get dinner, and then I'm gonna get back to cracking the books. Tomorrow's another light day. I only have 2 classes. I have English and my nursing lab. Nursing lab's at 9 a.m. so it's better than an 8 a.m. and it's the first time I get to wear my scrubs. So tomorrow is going to be an all new interesting experience as well, and I will have some more time to catch up on some work. So 2 days in, it's already felt like forever. I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'm trying to keep it together, and I thought I was going to cry during class today, but I choked it back. So yeah, day 3 is tomorrow. Day 3 out of 4 is tomorrow. 3 deep breaths, one step at a time. College is different. It is different. It is crazy. It is wild. It is a transition, and I'm just trying to do my best. So any other freshmen watching this or anyone coming into college, just do your best and take it one step at a time. It is the 3rd day of class. It is the second to last day of class that I have this week. Tomorrow is my last day of class for the week because I don't have any class on Friday. Today I have my very first nursing lab, obviously, because I'm in my handy dandy burgundy red purple scrubs, and the class is at 9 a.m. so I'm probably gonna leave in about 5 or so minutes, but I'm all ready. So I have my nursing lab today. This one is not at the Health Sciences campus. This is just at the Star Complex on campus. The other labs are going to be at the Health Sciences campus, and I've gotten my whole schedule for that. And then I have English, and then I have a chem recitation. And I would like to swim from 5 to 6 usually, but chem recitation on Wednesdays goes until about 5:20. Maybe it'll let out early, but I'm not going to rely on that. So I'm hoping to swim from about 5:30 to 6:30 and then get dinner after that. So that's my schedule for the day. I got a lot of shit done yesterday, and all I need to do until the next time I meet with my anatomy lab, which is in 2 weeks, because I would normally have it, no, it's next week. Sorry, I'm thinking that Monday is off for Labor Day, and I don't have a lab on Monday. It's just open lab. I just need to do some coloring, which is going to be due next week for anatomy, and then just do some chem problems online, which are due by the 18th. So that's due in 2 weeks. So I'm definitely going to take the weekend. My weekend is literally just going to be that. So yeah, I do plan to swim today. You know, I don't have that much on my to-do list. I have this handy dandy magnetic whiteboard here, this little tiny one. And that's just been really good for, you know, marking off. This whole thing was filled with all the assignments that I have to do. So it is Thursday morning. It's day 4. I actually had my first class of the day already. I only have 3 today. My schedule on Thursdays is almost exactly the same to Tuesday, except for Tuesday I have anatomy and physiology lab as well as lecture. So today I had a chem lecture, which actually went really well. You know, I'm understanding the material now. I bet in a few months I'm going to be like, what's happening, but for now I'm getting it, and I'm about to actually do some homework, the first homework assignment. Then I don't have anatomy and physiology lab at 10 today, so I actually have a lot of time to get that homework done before I go to nursing at 12:30, and then that's 12:30 to 1:35, and then I have anatomy and physiology lecture from 2 to 3:20. I had to think about that because I wasn't sure. Yeah, so 2 to 3:20. Yesterday was my latest day because I had a chem recitation from 4:30 to 5:20. So Wednesday is my latest day. Tuesday is my heaviest day. I have 3 classes today. And my Apple Watch just fell off because my band broke, so it's not staying on. So I'm about to do some chemistry homework, and then I'm about to go to nursing, which is actually my favorite class. We had our first lab yesterday, and I actually already put a hole in my scrubs trying to get them off. It was really, really sad. I will even show you, like, these scrubs are so thick, except for, you know, except for when I need them to be. I put a hole in right there next to the pocket, and everything is just falling, trying to show you. But yeah, so that was just something yesterday. I think, you know, Monday and Tuesday. I think Tuesday was, like, you know, my worst day because I had the most classes and I was just really overwhelmed by everything. But now that we're getting into actually doing material and I'm, like, participating in lectures and, like, understanding, I feel a lot better about the material. But having it all thrown at me at once, you know, saying these are all your assignments for the next 4 months, I was just like, oh my god. So getting into it and taking it one step at a time is definitely the way to go. So I will probably do a little vlogging, and I went swimming yesterday with some of the people from the Temple team before the season actually starts, and the first meeting is today, and they'll tell us about, you know, what suits and meets and stuff like that. So that meeting is at 7 o'clock tonight, so that I'm gonna get lunch between now and nursing, and then dinner either after the meeting or just before. Yeah, probably just before the meeting, because the dining hall, like, they stop making, like, dinner food at, like, 8. Then they start clearing it off. It's technically open till 12, but it's not like, you know, that's just, like, the cereal and the waffle iron and, like, stuff like that. So I'm gonna do some homework, eat some lunch, go to class, eat some dinner, and then go to the swim meeting. And then tomorrow, I basically have a 4-day weekend because tomorrow I don't have any class. Then Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday is Labor Day. So I'll have 3-day weekends every week, but, you know, this is a 4-day treat, so, like, woohoo! So that'll be great. So I'll vlog a little later.